Good morning. Welcome to Awe Class. Welcome to session 2, step 2 of Awe Class. Super excited you're joining us. Super excited to have you here. Last week we did our first challenge of Awe Class of our 8-week journey here to prepare for the total eclipse of the sun coming up on Monday, April 8th. And it was amazing. I got to see the crescent moon that first night after new moon last Saturday. It was so beautiful, just the 1% illuminated setting over the mountains here, and I just was delighted. It's my favorite. It's only up an hour a month. It's my favorite thing to see, and I got to catch it. So thank you for doing that, for being here with me on this journey, so I could get my butt up the mountain and check out the sunset, when I need to, and not miss these magic moments, because that's what life is made up of, is magic moments. And in fact, I just had one. I was just, I was bustling, getting breakfast, getting my daughter ready for soccer, getting my son ready for his day, and like trying to get to this live on time. And I got it all done. I got all the things packed, and I rushed into this room, and they both yelled, "We love you, Mom!" And just present with the support that I have to be who I am in the world. And that's such a I just got bowled over with gratitude and awe, which is perfect, because that's what we're doing here. We're expanding our capacity to be brought to your knees with awe, and that's what's involved in the challenges every week, partly, and also just what we want, the context I want to create for our next 2 months together, and our awe journey is being able to be brought to your knees in awe. So today we're talking about the cosmos. And, because in today's world, there's so much light pollution, and some of our space kind people are even working on helping combat light pollution, which is great. Make sure your lights are facing down, little light as possible, not the big bright white LEDs. They're not even safe for things that are better for our bodies, for our ecosystems, and for our stargazing. So, it's getting harder and harder for humans to get to see, and animals, I'm guessing, to get to see the Milky Way. And so, Wave, if you've ever seen the Milky Way, you have to get out of the city to do it. You have to go into the countryside. And sometimes it just looks like a cloudy band across the sky. But if you get into a dark enough part of the world, away from enough city light, you can actually see, our Milky Way galaxy. And it's 2 spiral arms, like you see in the picture. I mean, the pictures of Andromeda, but our galaxy looks just like Andromeda. And it's a treat. It's a glorious treat to get to be out there and experience the Milky Way, or even just the night sky. Even if you can't get out to the Milky Way this week, you can't drive out far enough or travel that far. Just getting out wherever you are, wherever you can. Hopefully it's not too cloudy. And getting to see one star, or at least the quarter moon, which is going to be up this week, or Jupiter, which should be up this week, could be just really magical. And the idea is just to start connecting with something bigger than yourself. Really, this is the experience of awe is a transcendence of self, of ego. And so that's what this journey we're on. The journey of awe is about getting outside of your head, outside of yourself, outside of your small self, your ego. And so that's what we're up to. And it's a beautiful journey. It takes you to some really magical places, and I'm really excited to see what we discover, what we find is waiting for us beyond ego. So the tyranny of ego, I was thinking about this, that ego, for me, I spend, a lot of my time and effort trying to prove that I'm right about something, trying to look good, or trying to be impressive, because it's basically the same thing, trying to rack up achievements and such that people think I'm amazing and achievement. So those are these ego-driven things that I mostly devote all of my brain power to. But so this class, in Awe Class, we're looking at devoting our brain power, our incredible gifts, to something bigger and more majestic, which is connecting with something bigger than ourselves. And this week it's going to be the cosmos. This week it's staring up at the stars and the planets, and the constellations and the Milky Way galaxy, if you're lucky enough to be able to see it this week, and seeing out there. And one of the things that I wanted to share this week, or get you excited about, is that our stars are not a 2-dimensional dome over the earth. Sometimes, when you're just bebopping around and you look up, you're like, oh, there's a nice dome, and even the astronomy, like those planispheres and the maps, they all sort of represent the stars as like a two-dimensional dome over the Earth. And it's really, I really want to break that up for us this week. Our goal is to break that up this week. And when you look up at the stars, like if you imagine if you could see the Milky Way galaxy. So the Milky Way galaxy is, a spiral arm galaxy, and if you can see the Milky Way, if you look at the far arm of the Milky Way galaxy, like the farthest stars of the Milky Way galaxy that we can see when we look up are 100,000 light years away. So what blows my mind when I look up is that when I realize I'm not looking at two-dimensional sphere, that I'm in a planet orbiting a star, orbiting the center of the Milky Way galaxy, and that the farthest edge of the Milky Way galaxy is 100,000 light years away. So when you're looking up at the sky, you're not looking at the sky, you're looking 100,000 light years into deep space. And just be bowled over by that. And if you're lucky enough, if you know how to find Cassiopeia, there's the Big Dipper. The Big Dipper points at the North Star, and Cassiopeia is on the other side of the North Star. It looks like a W, or Cassiopeia's throne, however you want to think about it. And the Cassiopeia is the constellation. The Andromeda galaxy, which is our nearest neighbor. So our nearest stellar neighbor is Alpha Centauri, the nearest star to us in the Milky Way. But our nearest galactic neighbor, the next galaxy over from the Milky Way, is Andromeda. And Andromeda is 2.5 million light years away, which is just crazy. So if you to find Andromeda, you look up at the Cassiopeia, the W of Cassiopeia near the North Star, opposite the North Star from the Big Dipper, and it's Andromeda is like a period on the W. It's like a little foggy, like cloud, like a little Messier object, a little smudge. And it's just because our eyes can't resolve it, but that little smudge is another spiral galaxy. In fact, it's the spiral galaxy that we take the picture of to say, you are here in the Milky Way, because we can't take a picture of our own Milky Way, as well as we can of Andromeda. So Andromeda is an amazing place. I love Andromeda. And, with your naked eye, you can look 2.5 million light years out into space. So the goal is just to be blown away by awe, just to be brought to your knees with the scale and the majesty of what we can see when we go out there. So I'm just looking at my notes to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, because when you go outside of your ego, you can get free from that. You can find peace, love, and fulfillment. So that's what we're up to. And remember, these stars, these are stellar factories out there. These stars are churning out elements, like they turn hydrogen into helium and then up and up in the periodic table until you get to iron. And then even over iron, they keep making elements in supernova. So all the elements on Earth, everything on the periodic table, the gold, the silver, the boron, the neon, all those things were made in stellar factories. That's how they were made. Everything on Earth was made in the belly of a star. And the bigger, heavier elements were made in the belly of a supernova. The star exploding made the heavier elements, which is just awesomely cool. And all these stars are all orbiting in the Milky Way, are all orbiting the center of our galaxy. And, everything else is doing its thing. The sun is rising. Well, not rising, right? We're orbiting. But the Earth is turning, the moon is orbiting. All these things happen without us doing anything. So that's the other thing that I'd love to have you think about while you're laying out there under the stars this week, is that all this is happening, and all this is happening perfectly, and all these elements are getting made, and all these planets are orbiting, and all these galaxies are turning and being born without us doing anything. It's not on your to-do list. It's not something you have to stress out about. It's not something you have to worry about. It's all handled. The universe has got you. It's making your oxygen. It's taking care of your stars. It's taking care of orbits. You don't have to worry about it at all. It's all handled, and it's all being done perfectly. So don't worry about it. So relax, enjoy. So that's your challenge for this week, is to go out and enjoy the night sky. Lay down, find a field, find a rock, lay down, take a breath. Breathe in some of this magnificent oxygen that the stars have made for us. Feel the support and love of the universe that it has for us. and give yourself a break, a timeout. Take 10 minutes, take a half an hour, look up at the stars and see what message it has for you. See if you can slow down enough that you can hear what message the stars have for you waiting on the other side of ego. So thanks for joining us this morning. It's great to see you. I look forward to hearing you guys in the comments, sharing about what it was like taking time out and getting out and just laying out under the night sky this week. There'll be a quarter moon up most of the week for the first half of the night. If you want to stay up later than that, you can see a darker sky. Jupiter should be up, and just treat yourself to some bigger picture perspective this week, and a little extra dose of awe. And your challenge is to be brought to your knees in awe this week, looking at the cosmos. All right. Thank you for showing up. We'll post this to Instagram and everywhere else we are, so everyone can play along and share and post your journey of how you encountered all of this week. Give yourself that gift. That's your awe challenge. I'm so excited. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you have an awe-filled week. Bye.